All right, let's get going. Started off with this big S shape for this dragon. Knew I wanted that. And then these large horns coming off of there. That was the initial concept. Throw some feet on there, but I really liked how would you get this big, long, sinewy dragon to stand up. I like how it weighs down. I like how it kind of feels like he's coiled up there and standing. Takes a little bit to put the arms in there. Not quite sure what to do with those yet, but I'll do some details up on the face first. Put some teeth on there. A little bit of detail there on the horns. That was kind of the big idea. I wanted this big, long, sinewy dragon, big old horns. That was the initial concept. Get some detail on the feet, make sure he's nice and grounded, make sure the weight is working real well, and then just going in, detailing up. Here we go. Decided that the hands are going to kind of hang down. You know, that his back almost looks stooped, despite the fact that his body winds around like that, kind of like that. Throwing in some big old spikes along his back for some visual interest. Wanted to create kind of some shape differentiation in those spikes. You know, you have some very small ones toward the bottom of his back, but very large ones up on his shoulder area. Now going in, detailing up the horns. Really, you know, I wanted that big shape for the horn to go up in there, but then break it up with these ridges. And then going in, you know, differentiating out the belly from the rest of him. And this guy, because he's a long dragon, he's going to have a lot of parts that are similar. He's going to have spikes along his back. He's going to have this, you know, belly area with this ridging in there versus, you know, the back of him, which has some scales and things like that. So I'll go through and just kind of work my way down, getting these horns in there really well, making sure the eyes pop out, nice sharp shapes and edges for the face. Get that working real well. And then just detailing up, making sure that that works. Playing around with some of the line thicknesses there for the belly, just breaking it up, you know, adding in some more spikes and just going down the back, the whole thing, making sure that it's all working. And normally I'll go like vague to more detailed through the whole drawing, but because he's, you know, kind of a similar thing throughout that whole dragon, I'm going to go through and make sure that he's working pretty well. Going down, add some ridges in there, detail that up with the belly in there. I'm just breaking up that line. I like that S-shape, that line, and then just adding some visual variety to it with the bumps in there. Kind of just makes that pop out. Really liking the silhouette of this guy, though. It's working real well, adding in a bit of scales and some different things, pushing that one horn back just a bit more, make sure that's working. Like that the spikes kind of grow again toward the end there, so it's not all just too even and fine. Shading in some of the hands there, going in. And yeah, mostly this is just going to be detailing now. Know what I like, know what's going on there. Add some wrinkles in there as he's bending. You know, the skin is going to bunch up and it's going to create these creases and ridges going in there. And some more spikes along the back. I'm really just, this one was really all about that silhouette. If you were to just take a black marker and just fill in everything, that silhouette would just be really striking and really bold. And that's what I liked about this guy. Making sure that reads really well. Fun character to play with. Now going in, just getting in those final details, making sure it's all working. Really push the bottom there, give him some weight, some harsher lines. Going in and adding just a bit of variety to the scales. I didn't want to scale up the entire thing, which you could do and it looks really cool. But this one I just wanted like the hint of some scales and the idea of scales in there. So just add in little groups of them here and there. Pushing some of these things and just about done with this one. And a little bit of detail, a little bit of shading. And there you go. Enjoy. Thanks for watching today's drawing. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment at the bottom if there's something specific you want to see drawn, and maybe it'll make it into a future video.